So
Remote.
we are
Back again today with Bhagavad Gita reading, chapter 2. We are on sloka 4 today. अनि आज चाहिँ अर्जुनले बोल्नुहुन्छ. हिजो कृष्णले फर्स्ट टाइम बोल्नु भइसक्यो र अब अर्जुनले बोल्नुहुन्छ. है त.
starting.
2.4 Katham Arjuna Uvacha Katham Vishmamaham Sankhya Dronam Cha Madhusudana Subhi Pratiyotsyami Pujarhav Arisudana.
Translation. Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship? मैले पुज्नु पर्ने मान्छेलाई मैले कसरी counterattack गर्ने? Purport. Respectable superiors like Bhishma, the grandfather, and Drona, Charya, the teacher, are always worshipable. Even if they attack, they should not be counterattacked. It is a general etiquette. The superiors are not to be offered, even if a verbal fight meaning or no than a superior. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counteract them? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasen or his teacher Sandipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna.
Sounds very logical. Let's hear from Krishna. हैन कति पछि आन्सर दिनुहुन्छ होला पक्कै यसको कतातिर गएर हो अनि sounds very logical.
कृष्णलाई हल्का च्यालेन्ज गरे जस्तो देखियो नि त अर्जुनले कसरी हैन त्यही त आफ्नो हजुरबा तिमीले उग्रसेनलाई अनि सान्दीपनि मुनिलाई काउन्टर अट्याक गर्छौ होला त भनेर काउन्टर क्वेशन गर्नुभयो कि which is a very nice.
श्लोक 2 मा चाहिँ अर्जुनलाई कृष्णले भन्नुभएको थियो कि तिम्रो विकनेस अफ हार्ट छ भनेर अनि जुन सुन्दा चाहिँ अर्जुनलाई अलिकति खिस्रिक्क भएको हुन सक्छ नि त उहाँलाई हर्ट भएको हुन सक्छ अनि देयरफोर त्यहाँबाट अर्जुनलाई यो क्वेशन आएको जस्तो.
Yeah, I mean, so 2.4. Okay. Arjuna wants Krishna to know that his decision not to fight is due to big-heartedness, not wicked-heartedness. Heart weak bhara haina ki big bhara ho ke big.
Interesting.
Not weak-heartedness. As Srila Prabhupada mentions, offering even a verbal argument to one's superiors transgresses Vedic etiquette. What to speak of killing them. So this is Vedic culture, हैन. आफ्नो superiors-लाई सम्मान गर्नुपर्छ, बढी मुखमुखे लाग्नु हुँदैन, आदर गर्नुपर्छ. This is culture. तर things are bit different nowadays. Recently एउटा पोस्ट आइरहेको थियो नि त रानी मुखर्जी जो कि इन्डियन एक्ट्रेस हुनुहुन्छ उसले जोकिङली भने के मेरो छोरीसँग सानो छोरी छ 8-10 वर्षको होला 7-8 वर्षको उसँग त धेरै कुरा गर्नु हुँदैन आजभोलिको जेनजी त उसँग हल्का रिसाउनु खोज्दैन उनीहरु हामीभन्दा बढी हामीसँग रिसाइदिन्छ पिट्दिन्छ हामीलाई त भनेर she said jokingly हैन तर yeah that's the reality very short tempered भएको छ आजको हैन generation which is completely different from the Vedic culture and of course this is Kali Yuga. As Kali Yuga passes moving forward things will be more worse and worse okay? So के हेर्न त बाँकी नै छ yeah by calling Krishna Madhusudana and Arisudana Arjun calls attention to the fact that Krishna is the killer of his enemies not his guru and grandfather. So तिमीले त डिमनलाई पो मार्थ्यौ त कृष्ण यहाँ त मेरो हजुरबा हो मेरो गुरु हो कसरी मान्ने त Arjun would prefer to offer flowers at the feet of Drona and Bhishma not arrows. Arjun then answers Krishna's next question. अर्को क्वेशन के सोध्नुहुन्छ त्यो भन्दा अगाडि even if you do not want the kingdom how will you live कृष्णले सोध्नु कृष्णले
क्वेशन सोध्नु भएको थियो अर्जुनलाई जुन
त्यसलाई counteract गर्दिनुहुन्छ. Okay, let's move to 2.5.
Okay. Gurun ahatva hi mahanubavan shreyo bhuktum vaiksham api haloke hatvarthakamam stu kuran ihaiva bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigadhan. A translation: it would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Purport: according to scriptural quotes, a teacher who engages in an abominable action and has lost his sense of discrimination is fit to be abandoned. Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhana because of his financial assistance, although they should not have accepted such a position simply on financial considerations. Under the circumstances, they have lost the respectability of teachers. But Arjun thinks that nevertheless they remain his superiors, and therefore to enjoy material profits after killing them would mean to enjoy spoils tainted with blood.
So त्यही हो कि अब यहाँ भीष्म र द्रोण चाहिँ they were dependent on financial thing on Duryodhan के
त्यो एउटा कहावत छ नि, जसको अन्न खायो उसको चाहिँ हामीले अन्न तिर्नुपर्छ भनेर नुन नुन लाग्छ
नुन खाएको हुन्छ नि त
नुनको सोझो हुनुपर्छ
नुनको
type
सोझो
of thing.
हुनुपर्छ जसको
त्यो
नुन
ऋण
खाएको
लाग्छ
छ
पनि.
ऋण लाग्छ र automatically you start, although you don't want, you start हैन accepting that person's point of view के एक्सेप्ट गर्नुहुन्छ उसलाई तपाईले हेल्प गर्न थाल्नुहुन्छ उसको सपोर्टमा यु फिल obliged या कसैले हामीलाई के गर्छ भने हामीले पनि त्यो मान्छेलाई
become obliged to that person
we don't want to
even though
go
that person is not
even if you know that that person is not doing wrong, not doing good, but you are obliged के
त्यो मान्छेसँग राम्रो हुन मन लाग्छ just because they have helped us in the times of our need.
The same has happened to Bhishma and Drona. So recently नेपालमा जस्तो यो पोलिटिक्स जुन यो इलेक्सन आइरहेछ अनि अब कति पार्टी चाहिँ कति जनाको सपोर्ट चाहिँ अब केपी ओली हुन्छ, कति जनाको चाहिँ बालेन हुन्छ हैन, बालेन्द्र शाह. सो रिसेन्टली मैले आज बिहान मात्रै हेरिरहेको थिएँ, 2 दिन अगाडि एउटा एमालेको युवा नेता उसले चाहिँ एमाले छोडेर म चाहिँ अब हैन बालेन तर्फ जान्छु, बालेनलाई सपोर्ट गर्छु किनकि मलाई उसको भिजन मन पर्यो भनेर उसले अफिसियली छोडेको मान्छे 24 आवर्स भित्र फेरि फिर्ता केपी ओली तिमी नै आयो के 24 आवर्स भित्र त्यो रुटिन अफ नेपाल भन्दा पनि आएको थियो. अनि उसले के भन्छ कि म सानैदेखि म सानो बच्चा हुनुदेखि अनि फिर्ता हुँदाखेरि उसको स्टेटमेन्ट सानो बच्चा हुँदाखेरि नै मैले चाहिँ एमएलएलाई सपोर्ट गर्दै आएको हो र अहिले मैले रिसेन्टली जुन मैले 24 घण्टा भित्र जुन डिसिजन लिएको थिएँ त्यो चाहिँ कुनै मान्छेहरुको दबावमा लिएको थिएँ, तर म एमएलएलाई नै सपोर्ट गर्छु, आइ एम ब्याक टु एमएलए भनेर केपी ओलीसँगको फोटो हाल्नु भएको थियो कि आफ्नो फेसबुकमा. And it makes so much sense के you cannot leave के we all are obliged, even if we know that the whole Nepal knows that change is needed, change आउनु पर्छ, change आउनको लागि मान्छे चेन्ज हुनु पर्छ, मान्छे सेम भयो भने नेपाल पनि त सेम नै रहन्छ नि त. 2018 को रुटिन अफ नेपाल भन्दाको एउटा पोस्ट आएको थियो जहाँ चाहिँ केपी ओलीले चाहिँ he was writing कि within 2 years people from Singapore will come to Nepal to visit Nepal. त्यति राम्रो बनाउँछु भनेर पोस्ट थियो 2018 को के. Now it's 2026 and still same person wants to come to position. Now
change, and we all want to trust that person even though he has done nothing because we are obliged.
Not we, I mean अब धेरै युवाहरु त छैन, not everyone people, not everyone has हैन उसको सबैले नुन त खाएको छैन उहाँको, तर those people who have been supporting him from long time, it's so hard for them to leave कि उनीहरुको एउटा आइडेन्टिटी बनिसक्यो नि त. आइडेन्टिटी नै म एमालेको हो, म यो पर्टिकुलर पार्टीको हो, द्याट इज माई आइडेन्टिटी, आई क्यान नट लिभ द्याट. त तपाईँको त आइडेन्टिटीले नै लिभ गर्न दिँदैन. अल्दो इनसाइड यर माइन्ड यु नो द्याट
He is not doing right.
yeah, things are not going right, and within that you may be thinking that yes, last ma Vijay Balendra Sage hune ho, and similarly here Bhishma, Drona, they knew that Krishna utako side ma cha भनेपछि अर्जुन पाण्डवहरूले त जित्ने बेला नै छ हैन. थाहा हुँदा हुँदै पनि they were just doing their duty, नुनको सोझो गरिरहेको थियो के हैन. सो
यो चाहिँ जेनरल मान्छेले यही नै अपनाउँछ, यही नै वे अपनाउँछ र भीष्म एन्ड द्रोणले पनि त्यो नै वे अपनाएर सबैलाई देखाइरहनु भएको छ क्या त्यो हैन. उहाँहरूले त्यो रोल लिनु भएको छ भनौँ न. दो दे नो कृष्ण हु कृष्ण इज एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ, बट दे आर अब्लाइज एन्ड दे डिड द्याट. किनकि उहाँहरू अरूको इक्जाम्पल पनि हुनसक्छ क्या. भीष्म एन्ड द्रोणलाई हुन्छ नि लङ जेनेरेसनसम्म कसरी एक्जाम्पल बनिदिनुहुन्छ कि उहाँहरू. कसैले अब कसैलाई के गर्नु, राम्रो के गर्नु, द्रोणाचार्य भीष्म त्यत्रो गरेकोले त दुर्योधनले त्यस्तो गर्यो उनीहरूलाई, तर लास्टमा गएर उहाँहरूले अर्जुनको पार्टी लिनुभयो भनेर एउटा यो वाला एक्जाम्पल पनि आइदिन्छ कि.
No, I mean everything happened for a reason. Whatever they did was right. Huge respects to Bhishma Dev and Drona. No doubts, they are playing their roles. Again, this is all Krishna's plan of acting to give this Bhagavad Gita to all of us. Having said that,
surrender unto me.
Again, Kshatriya do not beg, they rule. Without a kingdom, however, Arjun would have nothing to rule. Arjun is well aware of this, but he would prefer the embarrassment of begging than the sinful reaction of killing his worshipable superiors. By this logic, he believes that although his present life will be difficult, his future life will not be stained with the sin of killing his gurus. Arjuna justifies his position strongly, and he continues in the next verse to give the fifth and final reason not to fight. Okay, यहाँ आएर बल्ल I'm in indecision भनेर हैन.
हैन 7th मा भन्नुहुन्छ, 6th सम्म चाहिँ अर्को एउटा आउनु बाँकी छ. So 6th, text 6. न चैदद्विद्म कतरन्नो गरियो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयु यान एव हत्वा न जिजीविषामस् तेव स्थिता प्रामुखे धार्तराष्ट्र. No translation. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to leave. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield.
If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care.
Because अगाडि भनिसक्नुभयो नि त लजिकली मेरो साथीहरू सबै मरे बन्धुहरू
कन्फ्युजन किन छ भने फेरि उनीहरू लड्नै किन आएको हो के
त्यही त उहाँ पनि अब कन्फ्युजन
now confusion yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. हो मैले मारे भने हामी कसरी बाँच्ने भन्छ मार्नु भएन तर मार्नु नमर्ने मान्छे फेरि अगाडि आएर हामीसँग किन लड्न खोजिरहेछ यिनीहरू हैन. Yet they are now standing before us in the battlefield. Battlefield भइसक्यो सुरु फेरि मारम किन मारम, that confusion is there. Purport. Arjuna did not know whether he should fight and risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is the duty of Kshatriyas, or whether he should refrain and live by begging. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be his only means of subsistence. Nor was there certainty of victory, because either side might emerge victorious, even if victory awaited them and their cause was justified. Still, if the sons of Dhritarashtra died in battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence. Under the circumstance, that would be another kind of defeat for them. All these considerations by Arjuna definitely proved that not only was he a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment.
He was truly virtuous, as these qualities combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. It is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge, and without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. Arjun was competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships.
Yeah, so 2.6. So यहाँको theme चाहिँ it's a indecision होइन. Arjuna is confused whether to fight or not to fight. Very nice. अब उनीहरूलाई मार्यो भने कोसँग बाँच्ने, तर फेरि मेरै अगाडि ब्याटल फिल्डमै आएर उभिरहेछ, के गरौँ? उभिएसँग चाहिँ मार्नु पर्यो, मार्सी म कसरी बाँच्ने, फेरि म मऱ्यो भने फेरि अस्तित्वै सक्यो. So many के त्यो धेरै कुराहरू. Arjuna is confused and indecisive based on the following.
If his statement itself उहाँको statementले नै indecision नै देखाउँछ के उहाँले decision.
If he fights, he may win. Okay, he may win. जित्नुहुन्छ हैन ल, फाइट गर्यो जित्नु भयो. Still he will not be able to enjoy without his relatives. Relatives बिना के जिउनु, as we discussed earlier, you cannot enjoy alone. अर्को, if he fights, he may not emerge victorious in spite of so much bloodshed. No enjoyment guaranteed. त्यत्रो रगत बगिरा हुन्छ. How would you enjoy bloodshed of others, your relatives? Okay, fight गरेन अनि के हुन्छ? If he हैन, if he does not fight, begging will be only means of sustenance. For a Kshatriya, it is difficult and therefore no enjoyment. हैन, फाइट गरेन भने त राज्य हुने भएन, अनि उहाँहरु फेरि के बेग गर्न जानुपर्छ हैन, फेरि माग्न जानु पर्यो. त्यो सब्स्टिनेन्सको आधार भयो. तर क्षत्रिय भएर बेग गर्न सक्दैन कि, उसको नेचर नै हैन नि त, ब्राह्मणको हो. And there's therefore no enjoyment. Okay, so 2.6 मा आएर मेजर indecision happens here. Okay, श्लोकै कति मजाले indecide हुन्छ नि त हैन. अब of course त्यसपछिको मा हामी आउँछौँ नै. Okay, we will not go to this one. So surrender unto me. Okay, Arjuna does not know what to do. If he does not fight, he'll have to beg. If he does fight, he'll have to be killed. Almost all his friends and relatives. If he wins, he'll lose. And if he loses, he will also lose. Therefore, he's confused about his duty. Very nice sloka. We really underestimate this sloka, isn't it? Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, however, that Arjuna has the qualities necessary to receive knowledge. His mind and senses are controlled, and he is detached, faithful, and tolerant. Perplexed, yet eager for enlightenment. Arjuna recites the following verse. Right? So,
yes, यो श्लोकमा जो दो इन्डिसिजन देखिरहेछ, तर एट द सेम टाइम श्रील प्रभुपादले चाहिँ के नोट गर्नुभएको छ भने द क्वालिटी अफ अर्जुन इज फिट फर लिबरेसन बिकज अफ हिज whatever qualities he is shown with his words. हैन, त्यो कुराहरूले गरेर चाहिँ यहाँ अर्जुन चाहिँ एकदमै राइट पर्सन हो, बिकज हि इज टलरेन्ट. उहाँलाई अरू केही कुराको मतलब छैन भन्ने कुराहरू देखिरहेछ. न उहाँलाई राज्य नै चाहिएको छैन, त्यो डिट्याच्ड हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यो श्लोकाबाट देखिरहेछ. सो हि इज पर्फेक्ट पर्सन फर लिबरेसन एन्ड टु रिसिभ नलेज because of his qualities that he's got.
Yeah. Rava Boliko sloka that we'll do tomorrow, of course, is a very golden, really important sloka, which changes the whole scene of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjun, the sloka after which Arjun, who was a friend to Krishna, becomes a disciple of Krishna. The one sloka that changes his position of receiving that knowledge from, right, Krishna. Krishna has not spoken till now so much, just few slokas. But after this tomorrow's sloka, things really change. After this, you will only hear Krishna speaking, right? Krishna answering
most of the time,
and Arjuna just questioning a little bit in between, right? That sloka is really important. That we'll do it tomorrow. Chapter 2, 7th number, verse. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for watching. Hare Krishna.